2018 campaign against Jason Lewis, you said, Jason Lewis has had almost 2 years now to come up with any sort of fix that makes health care more affordable. Republicans in Congress haven't done anything to make health care more affordable or more accessible in this country. You hear my stipulation about the ACA has certainly covered more Americans. What have Democrats, who have been in the majority now since the midterms, been able to do to make health care more affordable?
Well, the question you ask, I can tell you that it's the number one topic that my constituents talk to me about. It's the price of health care and the affordability of prescription drugs. And I will tell you the answer to your question to your listeners is that absolutely not. The whole conversation over the last decade with the Affordable Care Act has been about access to health care. One of the reasons I ran for Congress is because I think we have to shift the conversation to healthcare cost, not just healthcare access. And so since I've been a member of Congress, I've introduced a bill that would lower the price of premiums in the individual marketplace. And I'm proud to say it's a bipartisan bill with Jeff Fortenberry of Nebraska on it. But we've got to shift the conversation to why is health care so expensive and how do we get it down? One of the things that we've done since House Democrats took over is we've started to focus more on how do we create generic competition on drug cost. And so stopping big drug companies from blocking generic providers from coming to the marketplace has been a very big focus of mine, so much so that the drug industry is already sending out flyers asking my constituents to essentially oppose what I'm doing. But look, I think we've got to take on the big drug companies in this country, and we've got to finally tackle the cost of health care, not just access to health care.
Okay, so you're talking about introduced bills and you're talking about a focus on this. At what point can voters expect some kind of movement on this? Because the standard you were holding Jason Lewis to was, hey, you've been in office for 2 years and you haven't done anything on this. You've had a year in the majority. Is it another year where voters can say, I expect some kind of action on this?
Well, there have been a number of bills that have already passed the House of Representatives, the CREATES Act, for example, the Blocking Act, for example. And I will tell you, there are more than 20 bills that would lower the cost of health care on Mitch McConnell's desk right now in the Senate. I can't wave a magic wand on this. I can only pass bills through the House and tell the American people what will happen if you give us the opportunity to lead.